And Goff going to look to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now it's gone. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 54 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Looking to put a drive together.
50. Hey, you block over here. 258.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
319.
Warren will try the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Right now, you got 258.
Here's Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out right at the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenneth Gainwell, 64 yards. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are once again back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Come on, set! Panther 60, Panther 60.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check 30.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
We go tonight. 20.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Cut. 180. What's up?
And they will take a knee here. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
180.
Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
4th down to give to Gibbs. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. This is 2nd and 8.
319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Stay right. 319.
Now run straight ahead with Ward. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
13 yards on the play. And the Steelers first down.
26.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Green 18. Right now, you got 58. Flip again.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 84 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to put him up by a point. It's 15-14.
Steelers 15. Lions 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
To throw is gone. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
We are going. Get it in. Green 18. Yeah, this. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Green 18.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
44 yards.
Hey, we are going.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Running left, it's Warren. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a quick throw to Peazyonwheels.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On the give, it's Warren.
And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
A handoff for Warren.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd and 3.
26, 58.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 173 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll go again with Gibbs. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
A give right side for Gibbs.
How did he stay on his feet? And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
Now 1st and goal.
They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Hey, Shell!
Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
And it's caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Steelers have a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
26.
On 2nd down, Warren. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Steelers 6, Eagles nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Could have been 7 if they'd tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line. He's pushed out just a couple yards short.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 6-0. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Working inside the red zone. Flush out now to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles tie and can take the lead here in the second. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Warren once more. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He gets 6 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A give left side to Warren. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
319. Lines up. Jim. Hey, take 26.
Throw here, 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Blue 58. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Take 30.
They'll go for it. Rodgers. Throw caught by his running back. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Design keeper here for Hurts. He's going to bring this down to their 35. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought in that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
He's keeping it again. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for Eagles. 1st down.
Tiger Hornet. Hey.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
63.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Cut near the goal line. He gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex. Right? They flip through their call sheet. They just call whatever's on it. And there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run it, you run that same action. There's the play action right off of it, and you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Let's take this at the 10. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Next one.
To the air on 1st down. Rodgers. This is a heater going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Over here.
Rodgers thrown again on 2nd. He's going to try another deep one here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Rodgers' pass
Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Whistles, and the offense just sneaks in that timeout, and they're going to get a chance to put up points as a result before halftime. Elliott connects there. The Steelers calling their first timeout. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, no touch that. All right, anyone, hey. Hey, easy, 63, bad. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Crowd left Yeti. 73. No touch.
From the red zone on first. Rolling out to his left. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Hey, 73. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes out to the left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Go Silver, ready?
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Vacates quickly left side. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Looking for the back that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. A very short kick here from the right hash.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
That's 26. Look at the 8.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That's caught in stride by Freiermuth. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. And goes to the hurry up here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. Throw came out wide as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
To throw again here on 2nd down. Rodgers. Still going inside the 35. And they're on him quickly there after that catch. So the gain's going to be to the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for us Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing again here. It's Rodgers. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Again, Rodgers. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. That one's out and cut on the right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st down, Steelers.
319, 750. Hey, you block over here. Right. 319.
From the red zone now. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Mike Tomlin never afraid to go for 2 and has his offense out to do just that.
Has
it at the 1. He reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
180.
Hurts looking to throw. is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Trimmer. Silver, set.
Hurts trying to get on second down. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he's going to be pushed out near that 40-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First down throwing for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. So we're through 3 here. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Great. Miami. I know he went up. Hey, easy. 63. Back. Kyle left Yeti. Hey, 73. Kyle left Yeti. Delta.
Hurts throwing again. He put some juice on a deep throw. They did it. He made the interception. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers have some new life in the fourth.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Green 18. Number 50. Hey, 88. Slip again.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Firing quickly as Rodgers complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Steelers trail by 6. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
26, 258.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 36-yard line.
It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
That's another Steelers first down. A gain of 12. First down, Steelers.
Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Warren. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Jump out! Hey, 88, 26.
They sneak it with Rodgers. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in, and now an extra point would give him the lead and maybe the win. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Going silver, ready? 180, 180.
Here he is to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
The Eagles will set up for the
He'll look to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
That makes the score Eagles 28. Steelers.
Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. Right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, flex, flex.
Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. It connects on the deep shot. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down.
Hey, check 26.
Back to throw. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining.
58, 50. Jump out. 5 left. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers from the gun. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown kick. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Inside. Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing again, Rodgers. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They'll come up on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Look at the end, Kelly. Don't let Kelly. Get Mike. Back north. Look at the
Here he goes, one final shot. And he comes up with it. He went, got it, touchdown. And now they can tie this or go for the win.
Touchdown, Steelers.
I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision, and it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
Plant.
Game might not be over just yet, though, Brock. We got a flag out there, and that could mean an on-time down. Let's see. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Another shot at this extra point here. And he's good on that point after. They elect not to play for the win. They're saying they think they can win it in overtime.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. It's a chance to run here. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. You know, not much to be had on that 1st down, Brock. First couple of plays of overtime. How do you approach things?
SOS. And I'm not talking desperation. I'm talking about stay on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kind of a curious call there, Kate, because the passing game, it's not worked real well for them in regulation, and that operation, that wasn't good enough either.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here's a design run. Hurts. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, partner. Talk about a huge play there to extend this drive. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center. This is caught inside the 15. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Barkley again here on 2nd. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Eagles pull in front. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime.
Steelers 28. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Design quarterback run here. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Hey, you block over here.
To the air on 3rd and long. Oh, big interception here. Keely Ringo picks it off. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Change it.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Middle.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
now Jackson.
7 at the 32-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Baltimore.
Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now it's Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Sets up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Middle.
Here's Jackson.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Over here. 319.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Hey, 626.
Oh, look at this play call. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business, we know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there to go for. I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On the give, it's Warren. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Let's go now. Bronco leading. Go.
Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And down to the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A handoff for Warren. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Cowboy 80.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Jump, 258. Screen it, get up.
Now a run with Warren.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
This now a 3rd and 4.
258, 630.
Warren will try the right side.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Ravens nothing.
Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
11-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
319.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
319.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Fighting him off. Still on his feet. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
319.
On the run, it's Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Warren. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Over. 630.
Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
No, we changed it.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
26. Hey, 88. Hey, take 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
At the 29-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down to about the 26 here.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Quick slant here to Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonnu Smith, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 34 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Off the option, here's Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Throwing is Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
13, sit on! Sit on!
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Rodgers looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really